Today I'm going to be talking about how I made my first dollar as an entrepreneur. Welcome. I'm the founder and CEO of MonetizeMore, Kean Graham. It all started back in 2009 when I got the inspiration to start my business, and I was going through an incubation period where I was developing my skills to become an entrepreneur. And I wanted to kind of come up with that idea. So I used my old employer as a case study. My old employer was an online classified that made the majority of the revenues from display ads, specifically Google AdSense. I thought, how could I increase the revenues in a measurable way? And I saw that Google AdSense had the majority of the revenue. So I was like, okay, I can boost that by having other alternatives compete against Google in an auction. Increase the demand while the supply stays the same, being the traffic, the bid prices will go up. And since they get hundreds of millions of ad impressions, that could be large revenue increases. After I came up with my business plan and put it all together, I approached my old employer to get them as a client. I wanted to test them out on my new business model. I would take their Google AdSense, run it within an ad server, which would be kind of that auction dynamic. I would compete them against other alternatives. They initially said no. We can't afford to pay you a retainer. We've been laying people off. That's just not gonna happen. So I said, that's fine. What I'll do, I'll only charge you on a percentage of the increased revenues. I don't increase your revenues, then I'll charge you absolutely nothing. They said, sweet, no risk, let's try it out. So we agreed to a benchmark of monthly revenue, and I went into my mad scientist mode. I tested different creative types for their Google AdSense text ads. I tried different title sizes, fonts, colors, different backgrounds, different borders to increase the click-through rates. That was able to boost the revenues by 10%, and of course, I took a percentage of those revenues, which earned that first dollar. And that eventually led to adding other ad networks to compete against Google, which increased the revenues further, and the revenues just went up and up and up. But it was that first month where I learned that I had something to it, where I got that initial traction. I was like, okay, I have something here, and I could really build on top of it. And that was the crux that really got things exciting, that built MonetizeMore where it is today. Thanks everyone for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to get more content about ad tech, latest news within the industry, tips to become a successful entrepreneur. And if you're interested to learn more about MonetizeMore or PubGuru to increase your ad revenues, check us out on MonetizeMore.com or PubGuru.com. We have some links in the description as well.